Have you ever tried building a new habit only to fall back into old patterns? Atomic Habits reveals why willpower isn't the problem. Your system is. James Clear is a productivity expert known for his deep research on human behavior, decision-making, and habit formation. After recovering from a life-changing injury in his teenage years, he spent years studying how small daily actions create long-term transformation. His work has been featured in Time magazine, Forbes, and by millions of readers worldwide. This credibility helped Atomic Habits become one of the best-selling self-development books of our time. Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to stick to good habits, like effortlessly, while the rest of us are constantly struggling? Well, today, we're going to unlock the secrets behind that consistency by diving into James Clear's game-changing book, Atomic Habits. You know the story, right? You start the week with this huge burst of motivation, totally determined that this is the week things will finally change. But by Friday, that spark is gone, and you're right back where you started. So what gives? Why is making a real lasting change so incredibly hard? Well, according to James Clear, the problem often starts with a piece of advice we've all heard a million times, advice that, ironically, sets us up to fail from the very beginning. He calls it the think big trap. We're always told to go big or go home, set these huge, audacious goals, make massive, life-altering changes. Sure, that need to do everything at once is the very reason we keep failing. What if the real secret to success is the exact opposite? And this is where James Clear's work becomes a total game changer. He offers this powerful, almost counterintuitive alternative for anyone who is just sick and tired of that think big cycle of failure. And you can see the difference right here. The old way, on the left, feels like you're trying to leap across a giant canyon to get to your goal. It's intimidating. But the new way, the Atomic Habits way, is all about building a bridge one tiny, easy stepping stone at a time. It's about the compound effect of hundreds of little decisions you make every single day. So what exactly are these tiny stepping stones? This brings us right to the core idea of the entire book, Atomic Habits. Let's break down what he really means by that. An atomic habit is a really small change, like a 1% improvement that seems totally insignificant by itself. But just like atoms build up to form molecules, these tiny habits build on each other, and they compound into these truly life-altering results. Just think, small habits, big results. And when we say tiny, we really mean it. As you can see, we're not talking about huge goals, like running a marathon or completely overhauling your diet. Nope, we're talking about something so small, so laughably easy, that your brain doesn't even have a chance to fight back. The goal is to make it almost impossible to say no. And if you've ever felt like you're the only one struggling with habits, you're definitely not. This idea has struck a chord with over 1 million people around the world who were just tired of the old way of doing things and wanted a system that actually works. And it's not just readers who are on board. Even Mark Manson, an author who is famous for his no-nonsense, tell-it-like-it-is approach, calls the book supremely practical and useful. I mean, that's some high praise, and it shows you this is all about real-world application, not just some nice theory. And this isn't just for, remembering to floss. The science of tiny improvements is used by the world's absolute top performers. We're talking Olympic athletes trying to shave milliseconds off their time, and CEOs who are fine-tuning every single decision they make. Okay, so the theory sounds great, but how do you actually put it into practice? This is where the book really starts to shine. Clear gives you a whole toolkit of simple, memorable strategies to get you started, like right now. He offers these really simple life hacks, like the 2-minute rule, which basically says any new habit you start should take less than 2 minutes to do. So if you want to read more, you start by just reading 1 page. He also introduces something called habit stacking, where you link a new habit to one you already have, like doing 2 push-ups right after you brush your teeth. These simple tricks make it so much easier to be consistent. And these aren't just clever little tricks either. They're rooted in a really deep understanding of human psychology. Clear breaks down the science behind why our brains resist big changes, but totally embrace small ones, which is what makes these strategies so powerful. Adam Grant's endorsement here really hits the nail on the head. He calls it a hands-on guide, and you should think of it less like a book you read and more like a manual you actually use, a step-by-step system for totally rewiring your daily routines. So we've covered the what and the how, but what about the why? What actually happens when you consistently apply these small changes over a long period of time? Well, the long-term impact is nothing short of revolutionary. Think about your career. Those 1% improvements, they start to compound. That one extra email you send each day, or the 5 minutes you spend learning a new skill. Over time, these small actions build up and lead to career breakthroughs you never thought were possible. And it's not just about your work life. Think about your relationships. Making one short phone call to someone you care about, remembering a small detail from a conversation, just consistently showing up when it matters. These are the atomic habits that build really deep, meaningful connections. And that's really the ultimate promise of this whole philosophy. You're not just changing your habits, you're actually changing your identity. By mastering these tiny, tiny actions, you fundamentally transform who you are and the life you lead. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Just for a moment, forget about the giant leaps and the massive goals. What is one tiny, almost effortless step you could take today that over time could completely revolutionize your future?